Hailing time now for Newstalk. We're joined by Craig Fisher. He's a Navy veteran, an author, a stand-up comedian. You kind of do it all, Craig. Got a lot of different titles there, but you have an event coming up here where you're doing some stand-up comedy about Parkinson's disease. Kind of tell us about your connection with the disease and then also the comedy you're doing.
Well, I was diagnosed 5 years ago with Parkinson's disease for myself.
Yeah.
And I was an avid woodworker and just changed everything in what I did in life.
I bet, yeah.
So I started doing drawings, I won't say art, but drawings, and I've always enjoyed the comedy part and got a chance to do stand-up comedy and just kind of combine it all, and all proceeds I make for the book, comedy, everything goes to Parkinson's.
Yeah, you do this all for free. You're donating your time there. That's incredible. Tell us about the book we have here. We've got kind of a little setup, if you can still see it there from far. Tell us about the process of creating this book.
Well, like I said, I do drawings. There's a bunch of pictures in there that I drew. Just had to put a book together. It says Shaky Town, My Life with Parkinson's Disease. And it's a lighthearted yet serious look at living with Parkinson's.
Absolutely, kind of bringing some light to that situation. And tell us, you said you were a woodworker beforehand, obviously very active in that. What's it been like then transitioning to stand-up comedy, but also, kind of having some comedic elements about the disease to kind of make people laugh?
Well, the comedy part itself has actually been pretty easy.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, you have to laugh at it. I say I have to laugh at Parkinson's because I refuse to let it make me cry.
There we go.
And it's a terrible thing, but there's nothing I can do about it. I got it, so I can live with it one way or another way.
I love that. And what's the reception been? You've done a lot of gigs, you've told us, in the area. You've got one coming up that we'll talk about here in a sec. But so far, being out in the community, doing the stand-up about Parkinson's, what's the reception been like so far?
Oh, it's been good. It's been really good.
And people, I'm sure you've talked to people that have the disease as well. What's it like talking to them?
Well, I think it's nice to be able to talk to somebody with the disease and be able to just speak about it and make light heart of it and everything. Because, like I said, we have it and nothing we can do about it. So it may have ruined our life, but we don't need to let it run our life.
There we go. I like the way you said that. And take us through, you've got one coming up tomorrow, it sounds like, pretty soon.
Tomorrow, Homestead Estates at 11 o'clock.
There we go. Got the address right here there. 10550 East 21st Street. Sounds like you got some more coming up in May as well.
I have a couple more in May, doing the Kansas Veterans Home down in Winfield in May 6th. And May 13th is Wichita Presbyterian Manor.
Nice, nice, nice.
And always looking for more.
There we go. And if you want to learn more about Craig or have some comedy as well, just come tomorrow to that event, or you can also come to those other events in May. But Craig, thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing your story.
Thank you.
All right, more news and weather coming up after the break.